Hey, welcome. So today we're going to talk about how a truly local partner, Ogden Web Solutions, is helping businesses right here in Utah really start winning online. If you own a business, you're going to want to stick around for this. Let's get into it.
All right, let's just kick things off with a question that, well, it probably hits pretty close to home for most business owners out there. I mean, you're putting in the hours, working around the clock, but is your website doing the same? Or is it just kind of sitting there, like a fancy business card that isn't really pulling its weight?
Does any of this sound familiar? Maybe your site looks like it's from 10 years ago, nobody can find you on Google, and this is the worst part. People visit, they look around, and then they just leave. No calls, no emails. It's basically a dead end. And that's just got to be so frustrating. And this quote right here from the owner, Scott Hawkyard, it just nails why this happens. See, he gets it because he's a local business owner too. Your job is to be an expert at what you do, not to become a coder or an SEO wizard on the side. You're juggling everything else, you just don't have the time. Okay, so that's the problem, but here's the thing. This is the solution. We're not talking about hiring some giant, faceless company from who knows where. This is about partnering up with someone right here in Ogden, someone who's just as invested in our community as you are. And this is really where they stand out. It's like they've thought of every single fear you might have about hiring a web developer and just solved it. A personal touch? Yeah, they actually come to your business. Full service means everything's included. Total transparency, so you see clear pricing, zero hidden fees. And that 24-hour callback guarantee, that means you're never ever left wondering what's going on. This is about building a real relationship, not just a one-and-done transaction. And they don't hide behind some mysterious, complicated process either. It's super simple, just 5 clear steps. First, they visit you. Then they do a deep dive into your goals and your competition. They come back with a custom proposal, build the site with your feedback, and then they launch it and provide all the ongoing support. It's just a clean, easy-to-understand path from A to Z. Okay, so promises are one thing. A clear process is great. But what about the proof? Let's talk about how this all actually translates into real results for local businesses. Because that's where the trust really gets built, right? I mean, this quote really says it all, doesn't it? Going from a ghost town to a phone that rings every day. And the key phrase there is local customers. That's not just some metric on a spreadsheet. That is a real, tangible, business-changing result. And here's the number that really drives it home. This isn't just a one-off thing. On average, their clients see a 30 to 50% jump in leads, and that's within the first 90 days. Seriously, just take a second and think about what that kind of increase would mean for your business. And, the value isn't just about getting new customers, which is huge. It's also about saving your most precious resource, time. Imagine a custom app that saves you 10 hours a week. That's time you can finally spend working on your business instead of just being stuck working in it. I have to bring this up again because it is such a game changer, that guaranteed 24-hour callback. When you have a problem, you need help now, not in 3 days. This promise right here, this is their commitment to being a partner you can actually rely on. All right, so we've seen the problem they solve, we've walked through the process, and we've looked at the real-world proof. So now let's check out this special package they put together just for our local business community. Think of it as the all-in-one solution to get you launched and really start dominating online. Just take a look at everything that's packed into this package. This is so much more than a website. We're talking a custom design, a whole new logo and brand identity, advanced SEO, getting you listed in over 50 local directories, optimizing your Google Maps listing. Heck, they even write a blog post for you every month and give you an hour of strategic consulting. This is the whole shebang. And this is where it gets kind of crazy. A package this comprehensive with everything we just saw would normally cost you over $5,000 just for this setup. With this special offer, the entire one-time setup is just $977. The difference is just wow. And after that, the ongoing plan to keep your site hosted, secure, and constantly growing with new content and support is just $149 a month. No surprises, just a simple, clear plan for your business's growth. So if you're ready to make a move, getting started could not be easier. And I love this part, you're not filling out some generic form and waiting for a salesperson to call you back. You just text the owner, Scott, directly at this number. It cuts through all the noise and gets you right to the person who can help. So let's end with this thought. What if your website wasn't just another business expense, but was actually your hardest working employee? I'm talking about one that works 24/7, never calls in sick, and its only job is to bring you more business. What would an employee like that be worth to you?